prescription for happiness? Dr. Nick joins us this morning with that and more. Good morning.
Good
Are you
morning,
happy?
Whitney. Am I happy? I don't know if I'm happy, but I'll tell you this, and I just was thinking about it before the segment. Every time I hear that song, Happy, I get so happy.
Oh, I do too.
And I don't know if it's my love for music, a combination of that and the song, but don't you just get, isn't it just a natural high?
And I
You know
want
the
to
one I'm
dance and
talking
twirl
about.
around
You
because
have
I'm
to-
happy.
you'll- yeah.
It wasn't really a national phenomenon.
There is a desire in all of us to be happy.
Because it feels so good.
It's what energizes and fuels and makes us anticipate wanting more and more of life.
Well, okay.
To feel happy.
Yeah, so
I'm happy.
So Dr. Sood says, which is interesting
Yeah.
because some people think they're born to be unhappy. But he says that we can cultivate happiness, that we can foster it, that we can build it in ourselves, but it takes constant effort and energy. I don't know that any of us ever thought, or at least I didn't, that happiness was going to be work.
The work that we didn't think would be work is in the thought process. It's in the attention. It's what we attend to. Okay? Am I going to, at the end of the day, or even at the beginning of the day, am I going to attend to negativity and what I fear and what could happen wrong, the threats?
Okay.
Or am I going to attend to the joys that I'm going to experience? That I am a traveler in life. You hear the difference? That I am a sojourner. Who exciting will I meet today? What exciting will happen to me today? Will it be a roller coaster or an ordinary merry-go-round? You can frame the thought process. We have the power to do that.
Okay.
And we can start again at an early age. Not to feign happiness,
Okay.
but to shift the attention to what is great. Compassion is an ingredient for happiness. Can you imagine going into the workforce every day with compassion for who we work with instead of bitterness or anger or compassion for the customers? And I don't mean to feel sorry for,
Right,
but
but
a
just-
sense of simpatico, and a feel for, a sense of mindfulness, again, of the moment, instead of always worrying about tomorrow or yesterday.
The moment.
To live in the day, the whole 12-step, this just one day at a time, I'm going to be happy. It really does start to build. And the other thing that's fascinating about happiness, as it is with many things, is you build momentum, Whitney. You build momentum. You start finding that I'm focusing on these things, and then the things that we thought were so heavy just kind of fall apart. He doesn't say it, but I would add to one way that we can become more happy is whenever we're wanting to react negatively, and I've said it before probably, put it off till tomorrow.
Oh, right.
And by tomorrow, it's probably going to be pretty minor, and we're going to laugh at it. And you do that quite often, and all of a sudden it's like, that didn't really deserve the attention that I wanted to give it.
Right. And in social media, it's so easy to lash out at somebody.
But one of the things he says is how you start your morning.
Okay. So, and we mentioned the gratitude and thinking about great things. I was going to ask you, in the morning or in the evening, do we do that? So
you can do it both times a day.
Okay.
I tend to focus more in the morning because I'm a morning person. So my morning ritual, which I want to emphasize, do you know that I think happiness has a lot to do with structure and ritual?
I am doomed.
No, I bet you have a ritual. I bet you have a morning ritual. I bet.
It used to be just get up like I was on fire and then channel 2.
Okay, well, that was a ritual,
now.
but it's better. But I mean, I get up, and the first thing I do is while I'm making that cup of coffee, I start Googling inspirational quotes. That could come from anywhere. And I'll flip through until what? My attention hits something. So I'm now engaged with life, okay? And then once I find it, that becomes my meditation. That becomes my 15, 20 minutes of
you
just
do
kind
that
of
every day?
letting the mind go. I'll wander, but I'll always kind of come back to that. Like this morning, it was be careful where you put your time because your time is more valuable than your money. And I've always thought my time was valuable. So I was thinking of where do I put my time? Who do I put my time? Where do I invest it? Who's in my circle? Who feeds me?
Yeah,
Those are powerful things. And
Where
you
do I
notice,
enjoy my time
And you
the
notice
most?
I didn't say I'm on my knees, banging my chest
Or
as
your
a sinner,
microphone.
or the microphone. It's a form.
Kim's eardrums just went.
It's a form of awakening.
Yes. The Mayo Clinic Guide to Happiness by Dr. Sood, and he says, so if there's somebody that you may know, or maybe in your life, you just think you need to cultivate a little more happiness, it obviously is possible, and he gives some tools in his book.
And allow people to notice it in you. People are always telling me when they see pictures of me on Facebook, Nikki, you're always smiling. And I think you are too. I really do like to smile.
Right.
I
And
mean,
you usually are.
And I think, wow, I forget. That's a form of happiness.
It is.
Just to smile.
You're right. And it'll bring it out in someone else, even better, twofold.
Even better.
Thanks, Nikki.
Good to be with you.
Thanks. Much more Weekends with Whitney.